I don't know if it is almost certainly engaged. Like, if they're willing to take a 1 banner break, I don't see why they wouldn't be able to take a 2 banner break. I think my guess... I don't even have a guess. I don't have a guess preloaded. We're due for an FE7 banner, right? It's Sacred Stones.
I know I've seen many battles, but I'm still pretty young.
It's Gilliam. Which one is Gilliam? I don't remember. Is he the... No, he's not the one that joins with Renek. That's Stosla.
My strength is unmatched!
Does Gilliam join you with Ross?
I am Syrene.
Syrene's cool.
Commander of Freilia's Pegasus Knights.
Yeah, we still don't have Vanessa. That's crazy. Where'd she go? Why isn't this Vanessa? Oh yeah, where's Franz? Franz too.
Steel yourself.
Syrene's art looks really good, by the way. I like it a lot. There she is. At last.
My Pegasus and I can scout the enemy in no time.
Cool. It's kind of too bad she ended up as a 4-star focus. I feel like they could have reversed Syrene and Vanessa. Rearmed Molder. Here we go. Arcane Staff.
Archers make short work of Pegasus Knights. It pays to know your foe.
Yeah, this is kind of a weird one. Nashtrone? Where does Nashtrone come from? Well, so this is at least a rearmed hero.
A clear, piercing shot.
So this is now an arcane bow in the game. That's cool. Do we get a direct demo? In this case, we shouldn't get one, right? I don't think there's a direct demo. You killed Tana for Ines? How could you? Oh yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting the basic functionality of rearmed heroes. Not gonna lie, I forget who Vigarde is. Yeah, no greens. This banner's got 2 blues, 1 red, 1 colorless. Alright, first impression. Sacred Stones is cool. I'm glad Vanessa's in the game now. Glad Syrene's here. Rearmed Tana. I guess if you had to choose like an Ascended or a Rearmed from Sacred Stones, Tana's a pretty good choice. But I don't know. If you're gonna have a bow rearmed hero, then I really feel like you should have just done Ines. Right? So I guess we just kind of get alternating rearmed and ascended heroes now. I'm wondering why Alencia was ascended and not rearmed. Yeah, I guess they do. I guess they just alternate now. That's fine. We got a couple banners where there was like 1 rearmed, 1 arcane. Alright, we have Gilliam. Lance armor. He's gonna be really strong. Yeah. Every new like premium armor unit's gonna come with a save skill probably. Raelian Lance. Exercise special trigger. At start of turn. Grants neutralizes effective against flying bonuses to flying allies within 2 spaces of unit for 1 turn. That's so random. That's a cool effect, but it's so random. Yeah, he grants Io's shield as like a status to flying allies. That's pretty cool. That's unique. It is weird for an armor though, yeah. So he's a near save unit, so it's almost like he's a complement for a flying ranged tank. Like Chloe or something. If foe initiates combat or foe's HP greater than 75, grants attack +6 to unit, inflicts attack -6 on foe, inflicts penalty on foe's attack defense, equal 20% of unit's defense at start of combat. Okay, so that's visible defense, so it's not insane, but it's still good. And reduces damage from foe's first attack by 40% during combat. Okay. Yeah, this seems like a pretty good combination of effects, I guess. Inflicts penalty on foe's attack defense. So, like, realistically, that's usually going to be, like, 10 if he has 50. If he has 50 visible defense, he's doing -10 attack defense. In addition to this attack -6 right here. So he's actually inflicting big debuff on attack. Just let this unit choice sink in. We don't have Franz, Kyle, or Ford yet. The absence of Kyle and Ford is pretty wild. We got Kent Insane, now we need Kyle and Ford. Franz, my impression was that people always really liked Franz. When I played Sacred Stones, the one and only time I ever played it, my Franz like fell off in a big way and I didn't use him, but my impression is that people like Franz. Vengeful Fighter 4. If unit's HP is greater than 25 and foe initiates combat, inflicts attack -4 on foe during combat. Unit makes a guaranteed follow-up attack. Foe cannot make a follow-up attack. And grant special cooldown and charge +1 to unit per attack during combat. Wow, okay. So like starting from the back, going backwards through the skill. Vengeful Fighter didn't used to have the full breath effect. I'm pretty sure it just had, for every one of unit's attacks, you get special charge. It was one or the other. It was either enemies attacks or units attacks. But now it seems to have the full breath effect where it's every attack. Gives them special charge +1. Yeah. He also gets Omni Breaker on this, which is obviously really good. You used to have to like, back in my day, you'd have to combine like 2 quick riposts and Worry Fighter to get Omni Breaker. These days it's on a lot of different skills, but yeah, it's also on Vengeful Fighter 4. And inflicts attack -4 on foe during combat. I guess they had to make Vengeful Fighter 4 really good to compete with Hardy Fighter. Anybody who doesn't want Hardy Fighter for any reason, like, their options historically have been like Crafty Fighter or Savvy Fighter. Special Fighter 4, yeah, Special Fighter 4 is another new one. And now they also have Vengeful Fighter 4 they can use. He has his whole base kit is very premium, I couldn't help but notice. He's just a really strong unit. I kind of want him just... Oh, I was saying earlier in the Discord, since we had the limited hero battle for Illamine today, and it was Sacred Stones units, I realized my Sacred Stones lineup is really bad. I just have like Brave Erica, and that's like my best Sacred Stones unit. I had to beat the Abyssal with like Launch Erica and Brave Ephraim. If I had Gilliam, I could have popped off. It was a piece of cake with your 3 + 10 Joshuas. Also harmonized Lysithea, who doesn't register in my brain as a Sacred Stones unit, but it counts because of loot. Faye heard you specifically and wanted to bait you, it's true. But hey, I was still able to do the Abyssal, so their bait failed. Regardless, I kind of want Gilliam. Maybe I'll do my free pull on blue. This effect in his perf where he negates effective damage against flying is just very interesting. It's cool. Syrene's here. Syrene, out of all the characters in Sacred Stones, I feel like Syrene has one of the more memorable designs, and it's entirely just because of the headband. You show me a character with a hat, I can remember them easily. Joshua, I know that one. Syrene, I'll never forget it. The rest of them, I'm not so sure. She's kind of premium, though. She's another Pepega Flight 4 unit. Speed Res Catch 4 is apparently new, okay. I'll take your word for it. Did they abbreviate Moonbow's description? Treats foes' defense res as if reduced by 30% during combat. This looks like Diet Moonbow for some reason. I'm just so used to every skill description being so long. I'm looking at Moonbow like, was it always like this? Frailian Blade. Exile special trigger. If foe initiates combat, or if foe's HP greater than 75 at start of combat, grants blah +5 to unit, inflicts penalty on foe's attack, speed, and defense, equal 15% of unit speed at start of combat. So once again, that's visible speed, so good, but not insane. Neutralizes effects that prevent units' follow-up attacks, and reduces damage from foes' first attacks by 40%. Okay, there's a trend here. Some of these effects are shared with the Frailian lands on Gilliam. Yeah. Her sword's pretty good. I think it's a little interesting that she doesn't lower their res with her perf, because if she did, then that would synergize with Pepega Flight. But yeah, she's inflicting big debuffs, just like Gilliam. If realistically, if she's initiating and her visible speed is like 45, let's see. So she's inflicting like -5, -6 on attack speed defense. It's alright. Oh, Pepega Flight is before combat res, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, before combat, there it is. And also, if at start of combat, unit speed plus res is greater than foe speed plus res, so she's just gonna have a million speed and res just like Chloe. She'll be strong. It's kinda... like, no matter how strong these banner units are, it's always kind of hard to justify pulling for them because orbs are, you know, take so long to save them. Evil arcane weapon lore found dead behind dumpster. I remember that lore. Something about how you weren't supposed to use them. It's more of an aesthetic now. Like Arcane Eclipse looks cool. But it's also forbidden, don't use it. You're actually cutting your character's lifetime in half every time you give them an arcane weapon. Vanessa's here, very overdue Sacred Stones character. Not a fan of Vanessa's art, honestly. Her FV8 portrait displayed her as being pretty serious and stoic, but the fair doesn't portray that at all. Valid. I see what you mean. I didn't use France in Sacred Stones, but I did use Vanessa, and she's obviously very strong. Upfront Lance, a new inheritable lance. At start of combat, if foe's HP greater than 75, grants attack speed +5 to unit, and neutralizes unit's penalties to attack speed. It's alright. Neutralizing penalties is good. It's just hard to compete with Arcane Lance. Attack Res Cache 3 in the common pool is pretty cool. I think previously we had Attack Res Cache on like seasonal 4-star focuses and not permanent pool units, so that's really nice. I like the dynamic lighting on her special art. That's pretty cool.
Leave it to me.
Rearmed Tana. Yeah, I guess if you had asked me to guess who a rearmed unit from Sacred Stones would be, I guess I couldn't have guessed Joshua. I would have guessed Tana or Innes. Realistically Tana though, because we're not allowed to have male rearmed heroes apparently. Actually, that's not true. We got Alfred recently. Give credit where it's due. Tana or La Rochelle, yeah. La Rochelle would have been a valid guess as well. I think La Rochelle is maybe... No, La Rochelle is definitely more due for an alt. We just got Tana last year on the Flame Tribe banner. What the heck? 2 very strong Tanas in less than a year? What gives? Tana dev. Tana number 5. And Tana always gets like pretty good effects. Young Tana has like warping within 2 spaces of allies within 2 spaces. Original Tana has like close defense, that's pretty good. Kappa. Oh yeah, even Summer Tana got like a warping effect in her perf for fine. For our last 2 Tanas, we have not had an Innes to go with them. Innes falling behind. I wonder if they're trying to figure out if Ascendeds or Rearmed sell better? Possibly. I have to imagine that Rearmed heroes, like in a vacuum, sell better because they provide the functionality with like skill duplicating and you can fodder their skills without, you know, actually getting rid of them. I feel like in a vacuum, the Rearmed heroes are more appealing. The Ascended heroes are also nice because they give you the Arcane for it, or the Ascended for it, but like that's it. Tana is a colorless bow. We have the first ever Arcane bow. It do be out here, and it do be accelerating special trigger. We love that for Arcane Nashroned. Accelerate special trigger, effective against flying foes. If unit initiates combat or is in 2 spaces of an ally, grants blah +5. Unit makes a guaranteed follow-up attack. Reduces damage from foe's first attack during combat by 30%. and grants bonus to units attack during combat equal to 12 minus foe's max special cooldown count value times 2. Min 4. If foe doesn't have a special skill, bonus equals 4. Doesn't min 4 essentially mean that this becomes 8 minus... no. Whatever. 12 minus foe's max special cooldown count value times 2. So I mean, if they have Gale Force, then it's 5 times 10. It's just 2. Oh, it's saying min 4. So it's like, okay, if their special cooldown count is 5, then you're still gonna get 4 and not 2 to your bonus, to your attack bonus. I'm not blown away by this arcane bow. I guess the auto double in it is good, but like a lot of bow units already have high speed. So that's special trigger, effective against flying foes. If a unit initiates combat, yeah. It's alright. Guarantee follow-up attack. Reduces damage. It's kind of following the trend of like past arcane weapons where it kind of just has a combination of pretty common effects like this damage reduction, this spectrum +5. Hello John John, the lower the enemy special cooldown, the higher the bonuses will be? Yeah. So if they have Moonbow, and they don't have XO special trigger, because they came out in 2017, then it'll be 2 times 2 is 4, so then your bonus to your attack is 8, because it's 12 minus 4. This seems like a whole lot of hoopla for an attack buff that's... I don't know. I almost feel like I would rather just be like, you get attack +8 and that's it. She has Deadeye, attack speed unity, very good base kit. Oh, guidance 4. Okay, that makes sense. It makes sense for her to have guidance 4 because she was the first unit to have guidance. I'm gonna read, let's read guidance 4 first. Infantry and armored allies within 2 spaces can move to a space within 2 spaces of unit. No. Oh, no. Grants attack speed +3 to infantry and armored allies within 2 spaces of unit during combat. And also, if those allies' speed greater than foe's speed, neutralizes effects that prevent those allies' follow-up attacks during combat. Guidance 4 grants passive no follow-up. That's kind of wild. We could have had Cancel Affinity 4 with Rearmed Tana. I love that. I wish we had that now. Maybe when we get Rearmed Matilda. But yeah, Guidance 4 is nuts. Being able to grant this, like, warp within 2 spaces effect to any flyer. Yeah, as an Ash enjoyer, I can say just a teleport is very strong. Exactly. You could put this on... I guess you wouldn't put it on air. But yeah, I mean, yeah, you could put it on air, and then there you go. Air now has, like, most of the functionality of Ash. Would Peony be a better choice? For Guidance 4, maybe? I'm not sure. Soaring Wings enables Canto 1. Unit can move to a space within 2 spaces of any ally within 2 spaces. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than 25, inflict speed defense -X on foe during combat. X equals 4 plus number of spaces from start position to end position. That's pretty good. Really no reason to ever replace Soaring Wings if she gets Canto out of it. And yeah, like, ideally you would want a rearmed hero to have a perf skill, because otherwise they're like Ophelia, where they just come out and they're just like kind of strong and they're not necessarily super unique on their own. Not gonna lie, I'm getting really tired of absolutely everything having super damage reduction on everything. Yeah, like, I said it before, it is kind of tiresome that they're just like, they slap on these like 30%, 40% damage reduction effects on like every perf skill now. It's like, do new units have to have this effect to be good? Is it like Accelerated Special Trigger where they literally have to have it? Shout out to another banner where 3 of 3 perfs had Accelerated Special Trigger. Yeah, Tana seems really good. I'm not blown away by the Arcane Bow. I do think that Guidance 4 is really interesting. The cool banner. A couple things here are tempting to me. I'm interested in building Etier, so this bow is pretty cool. I think you could inherit the bow, Deadeye, and attack speed unity all in one inherit. I'm pretty sure you can do that. So a couple things here are tempting to me. I don't think I'll pull on it because I am very low on orbs right now, and my foremost priority is either saving orbs for Valencia or making Light Season more fun. Alright everyone, do you know what it's time for? It's time for everyone's favorite game. What are we mad about? The Salt thread has 184 comments. Submit your votes now. Vote on your phones. What are we mad about? Numblerat with some really good guesses. The Tana alt. I think that's probably going to be it. That's also my first guess, is getting another Tana alt so soon after Flame Tribe Tana. Like, not only is it another alt, it's also like, it's like another, like, it's another unit that's leading the banner. It was a harmonized unit and then a rearmed unit. Yeah, I don't know if they'll be as mad about the absence of Franz and those characters, because at least they're adding new characters. We got Gilliam and Syrene and Vanessa. I'm definitely putting all of my Fae dollars on the Tana alt. Let's see what we got. No Molder, fuck? Alright, well, I was wrong. I would have guessed that the Tana alt was the foremost complaint. Yeah, you're right. Alright, fair enough. He was right there too, man. Vanessa and no Molder is crazy to me. Do they join you together? I forget. Vanessa and Molder. Maybe they do. The Gilliam and Vanessa and no Molder. That's the crime. Okay, I see. Another Pegasus emote. I hadn't considered this one, but this is a good point. We get Pegasus emotes pretty frequently. We got Philo, like, not that long ago, right? Starting to think there's a Tana death among them. And this was right there for the rearmed bow. Yeah, exactly. Tana instead of Vanessa. Yeah, this is a pretty big crime, I think. If I were on the jury for IS on this banner, I would vote guilty on shafting Innes. Why is Vanessa the bad emote instead of Syrene? This was my first thought too. Like, Syrene's really cool. I'm glad she got good treatment, but it's a little strange that Vanessa got the 4-star treatment. It's happened a lot, actually. I'm thinking of, like, Marcia, too, where she's the Lance Flyer you get early in Path of Radiance. She's, like, a really strong unit that everybody remembers using, and then they kind of get shafted. It'd be great if they could just get, like, any perf. Kind of like Orochi, where she was the 4-star focus in that banner, but she still got a perf. Like, you know, if you're being completely optimal, you would probably replace it with something, but it's still nice to have the perf there. Oh, the GHB is Leon's dad? We're taking a quick break from the Salt to see if this was uploaded here. I don't see it. Oh, here we go. Chat's going so quickly, Nimble, right? I'm sorry. There are so many people in chat. I can't keep up. He looks cool. Do you ever fight this guy? Do you fight, like a corrupted version of him? I do not remember. Oh, maybe an Ephraim's route. That would kind of make sense. Yeah, I only played Erica's route. I played Sacred Stones one time. It was Erica's route, and it was in 2018, I think. I'm definitely due for another Sacred Stones playthrough. His lance does look really cool. I like how the yellow, like, pops out from the black. If he's an armored lance with a perf, he could be a very popular merge project for people. Yeah, Cervantes, but better, exactly. Cervantes, but he actually has a perf he can use. And he better have a perf. Like, there's There's no way his lance looks like this, and then he doesn't have a perf. I appreciate that they pop off so consistently with the GHB arts. Because, like, these aren't characters that they can sell, necessarily, but they always look really cool. How about the hype thread? What are we excited about? Gilliam is here, he's hot, and he's premium, good for him. Everyone's excited about Gilliam. Okay, I'm glad. I'm gonna be honest, when I was hyped for Arcane Bow, I never asked myself who actually wants it. I think in this case, it's definitely like a slow archer. I feel like a lot of the slow, like, flying archers. Oh, you know who wants this? Freaking Ninja Heath. He's an archer, right? That's probably like the #1 candidate right there. I think his base stats complement the Arcane Bow too. He's got high defense stats. Well, alright, pretty cool banner. I'll be abstaining personally. Not that I'm completely disinterested, I just gotta save orbs. I'm still reeling from my previous summoning sessions. Alright, I'm gonna call it there. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. I'll try and get this reaction uploaded tonight. If I don't, then it may be a while before you see it. You may never see it. Follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, join the Discord to stay up to date. All good, don't worry about it. I'm sorry that I'm ending early. Thank you. Yeah, I'll be going away this weekend, in case people on YouTube haven't heard yet. So no streams this weekend. Alright, take care everyone.